was a businessman who was looking for great personal success. He wanted to be happier at work and at home. He wanted more balance in his life. While some people thought he was beginning to do well, the man knew that something essential was missing in his life. Often he pushed aside this disquieting feeling. He told himself he was doing fine, but he knew he was working too hard and too long for his success. When he took the courage to look, he saw that his relationships, both business and personal, lacked something. And when he was alone, he did not always like the relationship he had with himself. At times, the man wondered if it was too much to hope for, both success in his work and a personal inner peace. He thought it must be a rare person indeed who was fortunate enough to have the best of the both worlds. Nonetheless, the man hoped that someday he would meet such an individual, someone who not only knew the answer and lived it, but who would also share the secret with him. Perhaps, he thought, such a secret is too personal to share with a stranger. If I only knew someone. Then he remembered someone who had become more successful in his work and happier in his life. Uncle, as everyone in the family called him, seemed to enjoy everything from good health to great wealth, though the man had heard it wasn't always that way. Uncle also appeared to enjoy a happy life and social life. He always looked happy, as did other people when they were around him. He remembered how happy he felt when he was with his uncle. Uncle seemed to know how to make both himself and other people happy. He wondered why he hadn't spoken more in depth with his uncle before. It had always been just light conversation at family gatherings. He telephoned and asked to see him. They arranged to meet the next day. He felt his uncle's warmth as he entered the older man's home. As soon as he was comfortable, he ventured, "Uncle, may I ask you why you are so successful at work and in life?" Uncle smiled and said, "Do you mean inner success or outer success?" The younger man admitted, "I'm not sure." "That's a good beginning," Uncle said. "Not being sure, it means you're more receptive to something new. As we talk, you may be surprised that most of our conversation will be about inner success." "I hope," Uncle encouraged, "you'll see that you're finding inner success is the best, easiest, and in fact, only way to achieve and enjoy everything else in life." The man was already beginning to feel he had come to talk with the right person. Uncle admitted, "When I was happy with myself, I had to work longer to succeed, and I didn't fully enjoy my success, and I was harder on the people around me. In fact, I didn't have much time for the more important parts of my life, including my wife, family, friends, and colleagues." Uncle admitted, "I used to be a work alcoholic." The younger man asked, "What changed?" "I did," Uncle answered. "I learned how to take better care of myself and to show the people around me how to take better care of themselves." "Work alcoholics," Uncle said, "think they are happy. That's because they kid themselves. Work alcoholics, in fact, lose themselves in their work so that they never have to look at themselves. Other people do this by filling their life with activities. They confuse activity with productivity." This the deception is they think they are accomplishing a lot because they are busy. In reality, they never deal with what's important. I now do first thing first, Uncle said. Before I can manage my work, I need to manage myself. The nephew said, so you are really saying that the better you manage your inner self, the more you enjoy all that life has to offer. Uncle leaned forward and said, that's truth. Not only do you experience more outer success, but inside you feel balanced and peaceful. The skeptical man said, it sounds too simple to me and too good to be true. His uncle said, I don't blame you for doubting, but the truth is that the secret is so practical and powerful that when you do it, everyone wins. You, others, and ultimately the whole world. As if to make the secret very clear. The older man wrote something on a piece of paper, passed it to his nephew, and suggested that he pay very close attention to the last word. Taking care of business includes taking care of yourself. Forget about work for the time being, Uncle suggested. We will get back to it. Concentrate on yourself. Myself is who I am. Yourself is you who you are. Ourself are as different as our fingerprints. This is the self that we need to take care of. The nephew asked, why is this so important? Because when we take good care of ourselves, we are healthier and happier. Then we work better and are more able to help other people. Uncle continued, some years ago, I began to see happiness more clearly when I looked at the opposite extreme. How do people feel who are so unhappy that they are severely depressed? The man said, they just don't care about themselves, others, even their surroundings. That's exactly how they feel. Uncle agreed. They don't care. And how do other people feel when they are around people who just don't care? The man smiled and said, it's depressing. Uncle laughed, so people who take very poor care of themselves are clearly not good for others. If they took better care of themselves, would that also be better for others? While the man was thinking, Uncle asked, what's a sign that a depressed patient is recovering? The man said they start to take better care of themselves. They comb their hair, for instance. Uncle nodded. Yes, healthy people take good care of themselves and unhealthy people don't. So, what do you think I did? Uncle asked. Uncle answered his own question. I started to see myself as a caretaker. You can too if you like. Imagine, if you will, his uncle continued, that you are the respective caretaker of a beautiful garden on a magnificent estate. People visit your garden from all over the world to admire you and your work. In your mind's eye, see the elegant results of your work and smell the fragrances. The uncle paused to let the scene sink in. How does it feel to be such a caretaker? The man thought, it feels good. I feel good. Uncle said, I feel balanced. When I see three major areas in my garden, me, thee, and we. The nephew said, you see yourself taking care of me, taking care of thee, taking care of we. Is that what you mean? Yes. Me is myself, Uncle confirmed. Thee, Uncle nodded. Is the me in you? You have some basic needs. I do. So I recognize the needs of your me when I think of thee. As he touched the world globe that stood in the corner of his study, Uncle said, "And we is the relationship that you and I have. Whether you are a member of my family, a business associate, or a stranger on the other side of this globe." There was a peace and energy around Uncle. The men felt he wanted to know more. "Would you tell me about the first part of your philosophy, taking care of me?" "Let's go out in the garden," the uncle suggested. "We will treat ourselves to some sunshine."